Hello, everybody. My name is Orbite Music, and today I'm going to walk you through my project file for Anomaly. I hope you all enjoy. So let's walk through this here. And the first thing I'm going to walk through is the sound that started it all, the ambience noise. So I believe it is this here. So it actually started with Barnet ambience. So that was the first sound that I put into the project. Originally, I was thinking about making like a meme song, but then, jokingly, I was like, all right, I'm going to vocode it. All right. And it sounded like. I thought that sounded cool, so I actually reverbed out the dry signal and did pure wet, and it became the whole ambience noise you hear throughout pretty much the whole song. So I was like, at this point, dang, this is really cool. So then I dropped in some chords and a bass. So the chords is an Illumin Sun that I've messed with the filter slightly. Pretty uninspired here, not gonna lie. But the chord progression is what is kind of different here. It is a 5-chord progression. And it's reverb. And not this one, but this one I EQ the parts that I want from it. I use a fruity balance to drop out the reverby signal, and that's the side chain. And then I also put on this vital patch. This is just a basic low pass respace with the decay falling off here. And that became the. That you hear in the intro, and then with the ambience so far, I I didn't have the side chain going yet, so I had. Then I had made the vocal chop that I made for the drop, which was, I think, hold on, before any of the effects that I did, it was just. And I think I used the first A from this that I had recorded. And then I messed with the format and auto pitch, OTT'd the crap out of it, did this mid filter with the higher peak in the middle to kind of give it that radio effect, reverbed it out so it sounded ambient, and I added a delay and a balance to cut out the sound when I didn't want it there. And in total, that became. Then I consolidated that and pitched it down, and that became the vocal in the intro. The last two things that I did was I added this impact sound to establish the song a little better, and then added some crackle in the high end, so that way all the registers were filled and it didn't sound so empty. Altogether, we have. Now, next, I want to explain some of the other sounds that I introduced here to get us to the drop. I had this cymatics percussion loop because I thought it sounded cool. I think I reverbed it and I EQ'd it. And it goes through a sidechain pretty much the whole song. I also add this clap sound. I think it's from the Odyssey pack. Yep. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me do it like this, so that way it's audible. And I also add some snares from a D&B pack. Oh, actually, wait, I forgot one more drum. That's offbeat hat because I thought it sounded cool rhythmically. Now, I do want to talk about this sound here. I think I have the full sample in new time here. Yes, I do. So this just, this will sound like this. But I sped it up a lot and then frequency shifted it and it became. And the next part is this saw wave with white noise compression and distortion that I did in Vital. I think it is this bass here. Yep. It's a very basic sound. Virtual Riot does this quite often. And that's to kind of add a little more reprieve from the glitchiness. And then it goes straight to the drop. The drop is still more of the same here. So I think the only differences come in here are the bass patch is different. So let me go ahead and play just the bass patch here. Sounds like this. It sounds really cool, so that stays the same. Also, we add a 4 on the floor kick pattern. So just the drums would sound like this. Oh, hold up. Fuck up. Did I soloed it? Yep. I always do this. And this progresses the same until this snare comes in. I don't even know what pack that one was from, but yeah, I do that, and I have a flanger effect on it that makes it progress kind of coolly. And then it goes back rhythmically pretty much identical, except I add an open hat. Or actually, is there a closed hat? Yeah, it's a closed hat, but it's a lo-fi closed hat. So that way it doesn't take as much of the high end as the percussion does or the crackle does. No, actually, it's the high end of the Plex sound. Sorry. I removed the crackle at that point. And then I changed the chords to have one more high note in there. It'll sound like this. It's a cool sound. And then you mix it with everything else in there, including this other new sound, which I will explain real quick. It is just a sine wave that plucks, but has a bit of a tack to it, so it's not too plucky. And before the effects in the mixer, it'll sound like this. But I added a chorus to widen it, saturation knob to distort it and adds a little more frequencies, an effector to bit crush it, an EQ to kind of kill some of the frequencies, a reverb to put it more in the back, which also is helped by this EQ, a towel filter, which pans it from left to right pretty extremely, and another towel filter to sidechain it, which gives it the groove behind the drums so it doesn't get in the drum's way. You can see moving around left and right. Altogether, that part, along with the vocal chop, we got it going on like this. Oh, wait, shit. I did it again. All right. There we go. And altogether now it'll sound like this. And then I also add this D&B Academy liquid snare drum as like a build-up drum to get to the outro. It's kind of just reverbs out. Now, the sound that usually kills my CPU when I try to record with OBS is this sound right here. You hear this one quite a lot through the outro. It is this weird liquidy bass that I made. Let me try to explain. When divided. In the sound. So at first it's just the sine wave that gets distorted. Well, not really much distortion. I don't think. It's just pre-distortion. And I don't even bring it up that much. Chorus compressor, which brings up the high frequency range thing here. Filter to kind of give it movement. And an equalizer, which notches out stuff more for this sound. This is the water razor with bend all the way down, which creates this cool valley kind of sound. Most of the sound is made from this sound. And then this is the direct sub out and a white noise to fill it in. So it becomes a Then here I decided to cut the beat in half, so that way it sounds kind of glitchy. So all together, ambience-wise, I'll sound like this. I also bring this back from the intro, or the intro, the pre-drop. That's what I'm looking for, pre-drop. I bring this back from the pre-drop here. And every time you hear these glitches, I will cut the rest of the sounds that are normal throughout the song. So that way it stands out, kind of more glitchy-like. And then for the last part, I glitch it out, and then I mess with the time warp and the, I think it's the vocal. So yeah, this is Anomaly. This is how it was made. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to be trying to get some more music out. I have some ideas. None of them entirely complete yet, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. You all enjoy.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.